Hey guys, welcome to Modded Minecraft Attack of the B Team on the Technic launcher. I'm recording this directly after my vanilla series started. And the map seed is exactly the same as that one. I figured I'd see if they came out the same, but it's not even close. The seed for the map is youtube.com, which comes out to youtube_com for the seed name. I guess to start with, we'll start exactly the same. Get some wood as soon as I get unstuck from this block here. Started in the jungle this time, not a forest. Attack of the B Team mod pack has well, a whole lot of mods in it. Archimedes ships. Technic launcher has them all on there. I can't think of the whole list at the moment. Oh, I listed one. Good job. Now let's see. Is too many items gonna load here? There it goes. Alright, let's see. After Minecraft, we got chisel. More chisel, more chisel. So much chisel. Like every block in the game. Modified. Biomes aplenty, which is why the map came out differently than my vanilla series map. Natura. MFR, Mine Factory Reloaded. Galacticraft. Just go through the whole item list here. Advanced Genetics, that's a fun one. Artifice, haven't done a whole lot with that before. Just make statues and things. Carpenter's Blocks, I kind of tend to avoid that one. It's mostly for decorative purposes. You can make blocks in slopes and corners look exactly the way you want them to, different sizes and shapes and things. But I tend to avoid it just because it causes lag, frame rate drops and things if you put a whole lot of blocks together. Enhanced Portals 2 to modify like your nether portal. You can put two portals on the overworld and use them like the Stargate, I guess, and just teleport from one directly to the other without having to travel through the nether. But you can have one set to go to and from the nether if you want to, or other dimensions if there's other dimensions that you want to go to. Archimedes ships, there's the one I mentioned. You can make, basically you build a boat or an airship and sail it or fly it around. It's pretty simple to use. Liquid XP, that's a fun one. You can just put experience in tanks for later and use it when you need it, instead of having to worry about dying and losing it all. Necromancy, I use that one a little bit, not too much. You can make your own minions out of random parts of other mobs. So you can have, like say a zombie, but you can give him a squid head if you wanted to, and skeleton arms, and all kinds of weird stuff. The random things mod adds a lot of, well, like it says, random things. It's got some really cool stuff, like item collectors and teleporters and things like that. Let's see, more Galacticraft. More Natura. Lots of Natura stuff. Let me skip through several pages here. More Chisel. Tropicraft. Okay, there we go. Has its own dimension. You make a pina colada and sit out on the beach at sunset in a chair with an umbrella and have yourself a drink, and you get teleported off to Tropicraft, where in this version there are dinosaurs, and the morph mod is installed, so anything I kill I'll turn into. Weather and tornadoes. Yep, there are tornadoes. I will probably have my base wrecked a couple times with tornadoes. I think the default setting right now has the block damage and throwing players turned off, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. Probably not in my favor. Let's see, here's a lot more biomes aplenty. items. More. Bibliocraft. That's one of the newest mods added to the pack. Adds a lot of furniture, lamps, tables, chairs, bookcases and things out of every wood type, including some of the custom woods from other mods. So that's good to decorate a house with and things like that. The Witchery mod is installed, so we've got a lot of those little wicker men. You'll see one here later. Most likely, they're everywhere. There's like a person shape made of straw, and it's got a spawner underneath it. Every single one. And there's witch circles, kind of like a Stonehenge setup, with witch spawners in them. Let's see, Project Red Exploration. All the Project Red stuff is installed on here. Thermal expansion. It's got a lot of really cool machines and automation. Qcraft. That one is a really interesting mod. It deals with quantum mechanics, but it's not really doesn't really work that well. I don't know if there's a newer version of it outside of this. There probably is, but basically you make blocks that behave differently depending on which direction you look at them. So if you have like say you put down a block, one of these little observer dependent ones, one that's blank in here, you put it down and you can tell the block what you want it to be from different directions. So if you look at it when you're facing north, let's say it's a dirt block, and you go over to the east side and look at it facing west, and it'll be a crafting bench. And you can go up to the north side of it and look south at it, and it can be, well, I don't know if anvils work, but it's really good for making like hidden bases and things. And you can assign the block to be transparent in certain directions, and you can make like a wall solid from one direction, but not solid from another direction. But it's a really cool idea. It just hasn't been carried out in Minecraft the way it should work. So it's kind of buggy. The blocks don't always change the way they're supposed to. They take a little bit of time and things like that. But it's a good idea. I have to find out if there's a better version somewhere and mess with it. But it's got its own ore, and you mine that, and you get the little ore bits and put them together in blocks and things. Tinker's Construct goes along with thermal expansion, hand in hand. New ores. You build a giant smeltery, melt down metals into liquid form, and cast them into tools and things. Really fun. That's going to be one of my main mod focuses right there. It's one of the first things I do is build the smeltery. What else? Let's see, that's some of those. Same thing. Open blocks. That is kind of like the random things mod, where there's just some random stuff. It's more for utility. Just overall good gameplay experience. You have like fans that blow mobs and items around. Crayons to draw on stuff. Paint cans. You can paint blocks different colors to make them stand out. A bear trap. You trap mobs in it. Item cannon. Neat. You can set it up to shoot items to a specified location through the air. Secret room mod. Almost missed that one. You can build hidden rooms with like secret torch switches and things to open up hidden passageways and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, but I usually don't use it because I'm the only one on the world, so there's not really a point in it. Besides maybe storyline or something. Regular Minecraft. Fossil. The fossil mod's in here, so you can go and find fossils of dinosaurs and reanimate them Jurassic Park style. Kind of another interesting idea one, but a lot of the dinosaurs are just super huge. They starve to death for like no reason, even if you have the feeder put down and set up the way it's supposed to. They'll suffocate in blocks, they'll fall through the floor, they'll walk through fences, things like that. So kind of a lot of hassle, but if you just luck out and get it to all work right, then it's really cool to look at, all the giant dinosaurs walking around. Tinker's Mech Works. It's another one. You can make drawbridges and probably some other things, but this version is kind of bare bones. But the drawbridges are really cool. You fill it full of blocks and it kind of makes a drawbridge. It extends out and back in a specified number of blocks. Here's the Bibliocraft new modified wood things, where you make all the wood tables and chairs and bookshelves out of modded wood, like willow and cherry and magic wood and stuff like that. Should be several pages of that. Better storage, really good mod. One chest isn't big enough, so you take the one chest and modify it, upgrade it, and your 1x1 chest now holds the same as a 2x1 chest, or a double chest, and it goes up from there. You can make them pretty big. There's these little storage crates that hold, I think, about the same as a regular chest, if not exactly the same, but they're just a different texture, so you can have like a crate instead of a chest, and they don't have that like creak sound whenever you open it and close it. There's also the backpacks in here with the better storage. You can make a backpack, you crouch, click, and place it down and open it up, and it's just a second inventory, basically. And the Ender backpack is the same, except for it directly connects to your Ender chest inventory. So you can have a portable Ender chest you're carrying around. What else? Food Plus. Lots of new food options. I usually avoid a lot of it. I mean, kind of pointless. You can just make steaks and chicken and whatever and farm those, but I don't know, I might farm up some of these trees and just have a big farm full of random trees and crops and things. Here's more Biomes of Plenty options. Mine Factory Reloaded. The genetics, advanced genetics mod. Use that to go and scrape DNA off of animals and process it and make it to where you can inject yourself with it, like be Spider-Man, but not all heroic. You can, let's say, get a sheep, get the DNA from a sheep, process it through like 4 or 5 different machines, inject yourself with it, and then you can shear yourself, which is kind of difficult because you can't click on yourself in the game, but you can use another mod to do that. But you shear yourself and get wool. You can also eat grass, you can fly, you can shoot fireballs like a ghast or a blaze. It's 2 different ones actually. One destroys blocks and one doesn't. You can throw potions like a witch, you can breathe water like a squid, just a whole lot of different things. Oh, take no fall damage. Like, I guess chickens have the slow fall, infinite milk, speed bonus, a whole bunch of them. Moving along, Artifice again. That's like custom armor and stuff. But I think you come out better with enchanting, even though these options are easier. Let's say power 3. You can make that out of like string and some other stuff. You can enchant and do higher, but that just makes it easier to get to. Oh, I hear a skeleton. I might have to cancel the mod preview here and go hide somewhere. Oh, crap. Yeah, let's get out of here. Ravine. Good idea. Or not, he's right behind me still. Is there vines growing down? Oh, crap. Okay, didn't die. I'm good. Oh, and there's another one? Great. Oh, don't die. Alright. Crybox. Okay, back to this. Before I was rudely interrupted. The Crayfish Furniture mod. You can make modern looking furniture. Mailbox, ovens, computer printers, stereos, TVs, fences, things like that, tables, microwaves, refrigerators, showers. Make your house look like an actual house instead of just some cobblestone and iron mess. Here's the enhanced portals cards for teleportation and things, across portals. Here's all the Food Plus items. Necromancy body parts. Galacticraft foods. Collect, craft, collect, craft. Natura, weapons and tools. Berries. Witchery. What's this? Project Red illumination. Different little lamps and colored lighting that you can put on walls and stuff. Those are kind of cool. You can stick them sideways on things. And then there's the inverted ones that are always on, so you don't have to power them with buttons or switches if you don't want to. Thermal expansion, power and transportation pipes and things. Metal dusts and ingots for the new modded stuff. The florbs, you can fill them full of molten liquid and throw them at people and they hurt them and do other random things, like the resonant ender. It'll teleport them randomly like an enderman when you hit them with it. Here's the Q-craft stuff. Tinker's Construct armor, I'm going to be making that because the mods you can put on that armor make you pretty powerful. You can basically use your fists and hit for like 30 damage or something. Bonus health options, molten metals. Here's the casting stuff. So I'm getting through most of it. Open blocks things. Glasses and paintbrushes and stencils and stuff. Here's the dinosaur eggs for fossil. Triceratops, Velociraptor, T-Rex. All these different things. There's like chickens, cows, sheep, pig, Brachiosaurus, Velociraptor, yeah. Here's the dinosaur meat that you get when you kill dinosaurs. And I think these are all the same ones that are like in the Tropicraft realm. That's where they spawn. The Better Storage mod has cardboard armor. Better Storage has locks and keys that I've never gotten to work correctly. But I'm the only one on the world, so there's no point in using it. Slime in a bucket. You can just right click on a slime with a bucket and it puts them in the bucket. You can carry them around. Put them back down somewhere else. I think it only works on the tiny ones though. Flans mod. You can make mechs and guns and rocket launchers, and I think there's turrets and stuff too. Anyway, yeah, that's all the mods. As far as items go, there's probably a lot of other ones that I missed because they don't have their own items. They just modify the way the world works. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, hamsters. That one's really fun with the morph mod because you can morph into a hamster and be really tiny and fit anywhere. Like through some of the custom blocks. Or the little, like if you have a staircase block set against another block, the tiny little quarter of the block that's cut out of the staircase, you can fit into that. So you're actually a quarter of a block wide and tall. Let's see. Random music things, Project Red, Redstone, the sync mod, so you can make a clone of yourself and teleport between your clones, have a backup body in case you die if you're like on a hard mode or something. But currently I'm on, easy. I was gonna set to normal. Oh well, easy's fine. I'll probably end up killing myself off anyway accidentally. Let's see, he's still gonna be sitting out there somewhere. But the ore generation in this mod pack has been modified because this mod pack is not about scavenging for resources. It basically gives you everything you're gonna need. It's more about, here are the tools, build something. I'm gonna die by this, I know it. Come on. Let me, see if I can do anything here. Probably not. Let's get this one. I don't think he can shoot my feet here. Should be safe here. Famous last words again. Get sticks. And like this crafting bench from Tinker's Construct, you make it by putting another crafting bench in your crafting grid there, and it makes this one, which is identical to a crafting bench, except you can exit it and it doesn't throw your items on the ground. They stay in there. So you don't have to worry about not having the material and closing it and picking your stuff up and having to come back to it. And you can use your inventory to make the blocks you're missing, like that. Alright, these books are just for the Tinker's Construct, like how to build a smeltery and stuff like that, but I've done this quite a few times, so I already know how. But for those of you that don't know how and are totally lost, you'll see it as I do it. This is probably not any better than punching him. Alright, there goes the morph mod. That little black swooshy thing that went into me was me turning into a skeleton, which come with all the benefits and drawbacks of being a skeleton, except you don't get a bow. But if I walk out in the sunlight, I will catch on fire. So, let's just switch back to me, because I don't need to be a skeleton. There's only really a few morphs that I actually use. In the early game, it's good to have like a chicken or something so you don't take fall damage. And you want to get a squid so you can stay underwater, just kind of for utility, things like that. But later in the game, you want to get a bat, or actually as early as possible, you want to get a bat so you can fly. And I usually, when I get to the Nether, the first thing I do is there's a mob in there that's an imp that is, it's kind of shorter than a person, maybe a block and a half tall. He's kind of wide though. He actually does not fit in a one wide gap. He's like a block and a quarter wide or something like that. Kind of weird shaped for his hitbox. But he's totally immune to fire and lava, and he's passive. So you can just stand there and kill him and get his morph and be totally immune to fire and lava. Then I take the imp and I go to find a fortress and get a blaze morph, so then I can fly and be immune to fire and lava. So you hear that skeleton up there dying somewhere. I need to make a pick. Put that back down. Oh, I've got ticks. I'm gonna just use a normal wooden pick for a second, even though I'll tend to make better ones as soon as possible. And then I'll start using the Tinker's Construct and the Smeltery to make the modified ore picks. Get up and use the final tier is Manyllion, something similar like that. I'm probably butchering it, but that's how it's spelled. M-A-N-Y-L-L-Y-N, Manyllion. And that's like a what do you call it? An alloy. You use two different metals and melt them together in the smeltery and make it. It's kind of a purple color, but it's got like a really high durability, so your tool lasts a really long time. But it's not very fast. It's actually slower than some of the other metals. So I usually just tend to stick to cobalt when I get up to cobalt, which is the tier just below Manyllion. You make it using cobalt and ardite. So I usually just get to cobalt and stay there. Make all my tools out of that. But I will make my sword out of Manyllion because it has a higher attack damage if used for a weapon like the blade of your sword. And you'll see all that later when I get around to it. Alright, let's upgrade our pickaxe real quick. Get rid of this wooden one. And that should allow me to get like copper, a few other things. This mod pack, unlike a lot of them, doesn't force you to use Tinker's Construct and a smeltery. A lot of them, you can't even get iron. You can't make a stone pickaxe, you can't make a wood pickaxe. You have to like make the little templates and start making the tool benches for Tinker's Construct and make a tool out of like flint, and then use the flint one to get copper, and then use the copper one to go up from there. You can't use wooden tools, you can't use cobblestone tools. They just don't work. Like, you try to mine like a stone block with a stone pickaxe, and it's like you're not doing anything. It just sits there. So this mod pack does not force you to use Tinker's Construct. It's just one of your many options. But I really like using it because it makes you have really fast and easy to use tools later in the game. Let's see, I need to work on my health here. Let's find food. Any chickens, pigs, cows? I don't want to get shot coming out of there. Yeah, see how many ore? There's just ore everywhere. This mod pack is not about finding the resources. You're basically gonna get diamonds like non-stop. Oh, hello. That's what I was hearing. Let's not be here. And I'm gonna die. You guys burn to death down there. Oh, they're fighting each other. The one in the back shot at me and hit the one in the front. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. See if I can sneak in here and... Who's winning? That one. Oh, I'm gonna die. No, I won. Alright. There's gonna be more. That spawner in there. Let's kind of block this off. He's gonna snipe me through that hole or something. Most ineffective cave block off ever. Yeah, I know. Now I'm even lower health. Where's that pig? Hope I don't accidentally morph into the skeleton and just insta die from the sunlight. Well, these are food, but not now. For later. Any squid, so I can swim and not worry about getting shot. Nope, why would there be? Convenience, we shall have no such thing. Come on, pig, quit swimming away. I need your food. And the food's probably gonna sink straight to the bottom. Nope, got it. Now I'm a pig. Anything gonna kill me as soon as I get to here? No, not immediately. Alright, let's go back to me. I don't need to be a pig. Alright, let me dig in here real quick. Make a little safety box. Alright, is my brightness up so you guys can see? Video settings, oh yeah, alright. Good. Not save and quit. Okay, furnace. Let's put my crafting station back down. Make the furnace. Having kind of a rough start here. I usually just... Well, I know what happened is I stopped to talk about the mods and let it get to nighttime, and then all the mobs spawned. Oh, we don't need to waste coal like that. Let's put that in there. If I start with advanced genetics fairly early, I can scrape DNA off of sheep and get the genetic implant or injection or whatever that allows me to eat grass. And then I don't have to worry about food because I can just look down and eat grass blocks, and then it changes the grass block into a regular dirt block, and then it has to, you know, respread to the dirt block. But you basically have infinite food just anywhere you are except for maybe the desert. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Let me regen my health. And while there's still coal in here, let's see how much iron we can get out of that. And I can throw my wood pickaxe in there. I'm not going to be using that. I'll just use stone. There's going to be resources everywhere. There's a food plus candy flour. I don't think those can be used in this version of the mod pack, there was some kind of recipe, like crafting recipe conflict, where like you're supposed to be able to make caramel or however you want to pronounce it, and you use that you make that by smelting sugar in a furnace to make it. But in this, there's a recipe conflict where if you smelt sugar to get that, you actually get sugar charcoal, which works like regular charcoal does, but you make it with sugar instead of wood blocks. So you can't make any of the candy weapons or armor. There's like an entire, like the vanilla tool set you can make out of candy. I don't know how good it is. Let me see. Let me search it up here. Here they are. The candy sword is 8. I think diamond is 7. So yeah, slightly better. Let's see, wooden sword is 4. Stone pickaxe has 3 damage on it. Candy one is 6. It's probably faster mining too. They're probably faster tools, but you just can't make them. There's candy armor. I have no idea how much armor they provide. But this little flower is the key to starting all of that. And as far as I know, there's no way to make anything but donuts. And that has its own crafting bench. The Food Plus mod has its own crafting bench that you use to make food items. You can't use a normal crafting bench or the Tinker's Construct crafting bench. Alright, health's back up. Let's get out of here. I don't have an axe yet. Can I make an axe real quick? Bam. Got it. I don't need that right now. Let's put this away. Oh, a neat little feature that now that I've played vanilla Minecraft for a second, I've just reverted back to vanilla things. But in this mod pack, there's a little inventory tweak where you can press R. If you're over an item, you press R and it shows you what can you make this block out of. It shows you the recipe, so R for recipe. So I hit R over the planks and it shows me the recipe for planks is wood in a crafting bench. And you go to the right and it says you can also use a sawmill to make wood planks. And shows you all the different ways to do it. But also, you press R if you just have your cursor off to the side somewhere. You press R and it will organize your inventory. And I do that all the time. Keeps it nice and tidy, so you know everything's right next to each other. So there's all the Minecraft items. Some of them have been modified by Chisel, like the dirt and the stone are, they say they're in the Chisel mod, just because you can use those in the Chisel to make them look different, but they're still vanilla blocks, so they put them there. And then it goes and does all the mods kind of in order and sorts your inventory for you. And if you open a chest, it does the same thing. There's little buttons at the top that you can sort the chest by mod, or you can do different things with it. But I do that all the time. I sort my inventory and make it nice and neat. I wish there was a way to do that in vanilla besides doing it by hand, but there's not. So I'll live. I hear another pig. I'm gonna need more food later. Oh, come on. Can't jump up one block. Hang on, let me go uninstall my game. I fail. Alright, now that I've come up here to get him, he probably fell down. Where did you go? Yep, he did. Come on. Come here. Give me food. Oh, zombie. Oh, that's loud. I have to turn that down. You turn into a zombie. And, so yeah, zombies. They're nothing special. They burn in the daylight. They don't provide any kind of bonus. There's no point in being a zombie. In the config file for the morph mod, there's an option that allows you to change the way mobs will treat you while you're transformed into a mob. So, say you turn into a zombie, you can set it to if you want zombies to ignore you. You can set it to if you want all mobs to ignore you, all hostile mobs. You can set it to where they just, they'll still attack you. Come here, maybe a cat. Oh yeah, the hat mod also installed. Getting sidetracked. You can set it to where they don't change at all, they still attack you. You can set a aggro radius to where if you're turned into a mob, they'll still attack you, but you have to be within a certain number of blocks from them. Things like that, but I don't think it's modified right now. They just treat me as though I'm a player at all times. Alright, let me go ahead and eat this. Just cooked meat, some kind of random meat that I got from that pig. Mysterious meat. I think in this mod pack you can actually change rotten flesh into leather. Oh no, you make fertilized dirt out of it. And then the camouflage blocks for the Secret Rooms mod uses it. Not sure why, but that's what they decided to put in there. And then the MFR, the zombie syringe, you make by making a syringe and putting zombie flesh in it. You can hit a villager with that and he'll turn into a zombie villager. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but you can do it. And then there's one of the poppets from Witchery. Hunger protection. That makes it where if this is in your inventory, you do not take damage from hunger, and you can bind it to another player. And I think this is the way it works. I'm not really into using poppets because I usually solo play. But if you're on a server or a multiplayer, you can use a poppet and bind it to another player, and it has effects on them. So if you would take hunger damage and you have this bound to another player, they take the damage you would take from being starving to death. There's one you can do for drowning or fire damage or fall damage or something like that. So they have their uses like in a PvP server or something like that. But I don't know if anybody does Attack of the B Team PvP only server. That'd be interesting. Okay, see, aluminum I can't get. There's the Galactic Craft ores. And there's a different aluminum, or aluminium if you're in the UK. But I'm not, so aluminum. There's a different one for Tinker's Construct, but they behave exactly the same. Eh, who wants to turn into a creeper anyway? There's some witchery items. Wait, is that witchery or minions? Necromancy. So these little there's muscles, brain, lungs, things like that you use in the necromancy mod to make your minions. You put the parts in and they work. Okay, let's see. I think I'm out of my 30-minute timer here. I think I'll probably cut it here. I haven't even found a place to make a base or anything yet. What am I at? 38 minutes? Wow, okay. Almost 40. Yeah, let's go up to a full 40. No big deal. I spent a few minutes talking about mods and not doing anything, so might as well go up a few minutes. Oh, come on. Is there a squid out here? I need to be a squid. So I can just swim around all this crap. Nope, no squids. No convenience. What was that? Another zombie? Yep. Strawberry seeds. Where'd he go? Is he behind me? There's 39 minutes coming up. And we're back to the jungle. Is this where I started? Like right over there? Down to the southeast there. More pigs. Get the food. Someone's stuck in there. Come on out. Save you from the tree and kill you by the sword. Oh look, I made an axe. I don't have to do this by hand. Oh, the leaves have the quick despawn. So if you cut down a tree, the leaves will despawn really quick, so you don't have to stand there and wait for them. See if I can do another one. There we go. So this one will let those despawn. No? Oh, let me get this one. There it goes. Well, there's more wood blocks in range here, so those won't despawn. But if you cut down a tree, all the leaves will despawn in a couple of seconds. Drop all the normal things they would. Oh, that's a jungle spider. Crap. Oh, let's get out of here. Run away. And broke my sword killing pigs. Oh good, it died. I don't know how it died, I don't care. I don't hear anything else though. Should be safe here. Famous last words. Get that a lot. Okay. I think I'm going to cut the recording here, but I'll stand here and let my health regen. And next episode we'll go find somewhere to live. See you guys later.